Have you noticed that getting out of a chair feels harder than it used to? Maybe climbing stairs leaves your legs tired, or perhaps you hold onto the railing a little tighter than before. If that sounds familiar, you're not alone. Many adults over 60 believe weak legs are just part of getting older. But here's the good news. In many cases, that's not completely true. While we do lose muscle as we age, the right kind of daily movement can help you maintain strength, improve balance, and make everyday activities easier. Today, I'm going to show you one simple exercise that physical therapists often recommend because it trains a movement you already do every single day. It doesn't require expensive equipment. You can do it at home in just a few minutes. And if you stick with it for the next 30 days, you may notice meaningful improvements in your strength, confidence, and mobility. Let's get started. Before we begin, remember that this video is for educational purposes only. If you've had a recent surgery, severe arthritis, uncontrolled heart problems, or frequent falls, talk with your healthcare provider before starting a new exercise program. Now let's answer an important question. Why do our legs become weaker as we get older? One reason is something called age-related muscle loss. Starting around our 30s, we gradually begin losing muscle mass, and that process often speeds up after age 60. If we don't use our muscles regularly, they become weaker over time. Another reason is that many people simply move less than they used to. Think about your daily routine. You may spend several hours sitting while watching television, reading, driving, or using a computer. Sitting itself isn't harmful, but sitting for long periods means your leg muscles aren't working very much. Over time, those muscles begin to lose strength. The muscles around your hips, thighs, and calves are especially important because they help you stand up, walk, climb stairs, and keep your balance. When these muscles become weak, everyday tasks become more difficult. You may notice that getting out of a low chair takes extra effort. You may avoid stairs whenever possible. You may walk more slowly. Or perhaps you feel less steady when turning around or walking on uneven ground. These changes often happen so gradually that people don't notice them until one day they realize they're relying on furniture or walls for support. The encouraging news is that muscles respond to regular activity at almost any age. Research has consistently shown that older adults can improve strength and physical function through safe resistance and functional exercises. The goal isn't to become a bodybuilder. The goal is to make everyday life easier and help you stay independent. And that's exactly why today's exercise is so valuable. The exercise is called the sit to stand. It may sound almost too simple, but don't let its simplicity fool you. This movement strengthens many of the muscles you rely on every day, including your thighs, hips, and core. It also practices one of the most important daily activities, standing up safely from a chair. Here's how to do it. Choose a sturdy chair that won't slide. A dining chair works well. Avoid chairs with wheels. Sit toward the front of the seat with both feet flat on the floor, about shoulder width apart. Lean your upper body slightly forward. Cross your arms over your chest if you can. If that's too difficult, it's perfectly fine to place your hands on the armrests or gently push off your thighs. Now slowly stand up until you're fully upright. Pause for just a second. Then slowly lower yourself back into the chair with control. That's one repetition. The key word is control. Don't rush. Don't drop into the chair. Try to make every movement smooth and steady. If you're just getting started, aim for 5 to 8 repetitions. Rest for a minute if needed. Then repeat one more set. As your strength improves over the next few weeks, You can gradually increase the number of repetitions or add another set. Remember, progress doesn't happen overnight. Consistency matters much more than doing a large number all at once. Now let's talk about a few common mistakes that can make this exercise less effective. The first mistake is using momentum. Some people rock back and forth several times before standing. Instead, try to let your leg muscles do most of the work. The second mistake is standing too quickly. Fast movements make it easier to lose balance. Move at a slow, comfortable pace. The third mistake is letting your knees collapse inward. Try to keep your knees pointing in the same direction as your toes throughout the movement. And finally, don't forget to breathe. Exhale as you stand. Inhale as you sit back down. Many people accidentally hold their breath without realizing it. If standing without using your hands feels impossible today, don't get discouraged. Every strong person starts somewhere. Using the chair arms for support is perfectly acceptable in the beginning. The goal is gradual improvement, not perfection. In fact, many physical therapists encourage people to slowly reduce how much they rely on their hands as their leg strength improves. Even small improvements matter. Maybe today you need both hands. In 2 weeks, perhaps you only need one. A few weeks later, you may be able to stand without using your hands at all. Those are real signs of progress. And they're exactly the kind of improvements that can make daily life feel easier and more enjoyable. In the next part of this video, we'll talk about what you can realistically expect after doing this exercise every day for 30 days. The benefits you may notice beyond stronger legs, important safety tips, and who should modify or avoid if you practice this exercise every day for the next 30 days. First, let's set realistic expectations. This isn't a miracle exercise, and it won't erase years of muscle loss in a month. But if you stay consistent, many older adults notice meaningful improvements in everyday activities. During the first week, the exercise may feel surprisingly challenging. That's completely normal. Your muscles are simply getting used to working again. By the second week, standing up from your favorite chair may begin to feel a little easier. You may also notice that you're less tired after walking around the house or running simple errands. Around the third week, many people feel more confident on their feet. Confidence is important because when you're less afraid of losing your balance, you're more likely to stay active. And staying active is one of the best ways to protect your strength as you age. By the end of 30 days, you may find that climbing stairs takes less effort, getting in and out of the car feels smoother, and carrying groceries or laundry becomes a little easier. These changes may seem small, but together, they can make a big difference in your independence. Now, here's something many people don't realize. This exercise isn't just about stronger legs. Every time you stand up and sit down with control, you're training your brain and muscles to work together. That coordination helps with balance, movement, and confidence during everyday tasks. It's also a form of functional exercise. That means you're practicing a movement you actually use in real life, not just something you do in a gym. And that's one reason physical therapists often include sit-to-stand exercises in rehabilitation and strength programs for older adults. Now let's talk about a few simple ways to get even better results. The first tip is to make this exercise part of your daily routine. For example, do one set after breakfast or before your evening news. When it's connected to a habit you already have, you're much more likely to stick with it. Second, don't forget to walk. Even a 10 to 20 minute walk, if it's safe and comfortable for you, can help improve endurance and keep your joints moving. Third, eat enough protein. As we age, protein becomes even more important for maintaining muscle. Good choices include fish, eggs, Greek yogurt, beans, lentils, chicken, tofu, and low-fat dairy products. If you have kidney disease or another medical condition that affects your diet, ask your healthcare provider or a registered dietitian what amount of protein is right for you. Fourth, stay hydrated. Even mild dehydration can leave you feeling tired or dizzy, making exercise more difficult. Now let's cover a few important safety reminders. Stop exercising and contact your healthcare provider if you develop severe joint pain, chest pain, unusual shortness of breath, dizziness that doesn't quickly improve, or if you feel like you might faint. If you have significant balance problems, place your chair near a sturdy countertop or have someone nearby the first few times you practice. Safety always comes first. And remember, it's okay to move at your own pace. Don't compare yourself to anyone else. Your goal isn't to do the most repetitions. Your goal is to become a little stronger than you were yesterday. Before we finish, I'd like you to try something. The next time you stand up from your chair, pay attention to how it feels. Is it easy? Do you need to push hard with your hands? Does your balance feel steady? Now imagine how much better that movement could feel after practicing just a few minutes every day for the next month. Small actions repeated consistently often lead to meaningful changes. You don't have to be perfect. You just have to keep showing up. If today's video was helpful, let me know in the comments. How many sit-to-stands could you do today? Whether it's 3, 5, or 15, every number is a starting point, and I'd love to cheer you on. And if you know a friend or family member who struggles with weak legs or has trouble getting out of a chair, share this video with them. It could encourage them to take that first step towards stronger legs and greater independence. Thank you so much for watching. Take care of yourself, keep moving every day, and I'll see you in the next video.